Welcome to Social Media Manager Confidential, your go-to for real talk, practical tips, and insider knowledge to build a business on your terms. Whether you're juggling kids at home or living out your Emily in Paris dreams. I'm Shantae Garman, an award-winning social media manager and agency owner of Sugar Punch Marketing. I created this podcast to recognize the real hard work behind social media management and to give you the strategies, perspective, and conversations you won't hear anywhere else. So grab your drink of choice, get comfy, and let's chat. Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Social Media Manager Confidential. If you've been following this series, you already know why content pillars are keeping you stuck. We covered that 2 weeks ago and how the buyer journey approach helps you structure content that actually moves people forward, and that was last week. But here's the missing piece. Visibility alone won't bring you clients. You don't need more content. You need a funnel that guides your audience from curiosity to commitment. In this episode, we're covering why a content funnel matters for business growth, the 4-step framework that moves people from interested to invested. We're going into more detail on that. How different offers like low ticket versus high ticket impact your strategy. By the end of the episode, you'll know exactly what's been missing from your content and how to turn it into a client-generating system. So let's dive in. A lot of people think content equals marketing, but the truth is that content is just the first step. Your audience isn't going to magically decide to buy from you just because they see your post, especially if you have a high-ticket offer. They need to be guided through a journey that builds trust, removes doubts, and makes the buying decision feel like a no-brainer. This is where a content funnel comes in. Instead of just showing up online, a content funnel moves your audience through a clear path, from first discovering you to confidently investing in your offers and your services. And that's exactly what we're going to break down right now. So I want you to think of this kind of like a roadmap. If someone just found you today, how are they supposed to go from, oh, this is interesting, to I need to work with them? So here's how it works. Step 1, visibility. You should know this by now. We're getting their attention, making sure the right people are finding you with thought leadership content, myth-busting content, industry insights, SEO-driven posts. So examples, again, would be what most industry experts get wrong about this topic. If you're struggling with this specific pain point, here's what actually works. You want to use searchable keywords in your captions, your bio, your profile, and make sure that everything is optimized. Pinned posts, if you have some profile that clearly communicates who you help and what you do. That way, when people come and discover you from your visibility content, they go to visit your profile to see what you're about, to see if you're worth following, and it speaks to them specifically, everything is optimized, then they're going to hit that follow button. They're part of your audience now, and they're ready to move forward in that buyer decision journey. Brings us to step 2, engagement. Building trust and connection with them. The goal is to get them to stick around and interact with you. This content is usually behind the scenes, storytelling, relatable content, educational posts. So something like, here's how I solved this pain point in my business and what I do differently, or I used to think this common misconception, but here's what changed everything. A personal story that humanizes your brand and makes you more relatable. You could use interactive content like polls, you could do Q&As, you could do open-ended captions to invite engagement. And then we're into step 3, which is objection handling, proof and persuasion. You want to address doubts before they even ask when it comes to purchasing your offer. This could be case studies, testimonials, client transformations, FAQs, something like how my client went from this struggle to getting this result in just this time frame. Or do I really need this if I already have this, or I've had this experience? These are the common sales objections that you get from your clients. Or maybe even, here's what my clients say about working with me. People don't buy because they have a lack of trust or clarity, and your content needs to proactively answer their unspoken doubts and show why your approach works. So if you haven't yet, start collecting and sharing client wins, even small ones. Social proof makes a huge difference. And don't just screenshot and share the screenshots of the reviews. Use them to their fullest potential. You could do a carousel of how my client went from this to this, or a reel showing how you worked with this client and this is what the results were. Really show the proof and not just the review. People don't care about just the review. They want to see all of the things behind it. Do the full story. Then you're ready for a conversion, which makes the buying decision easy. You want to make it as seamless as possible for people to take action. Again, you want clear call to actions, offer breakdowns, why now content. If you have deadlines, you want to make sure you use that as an incentive. You could post stuff like, if you've been on the fence, this is your sign to take action. Direct comparison of you versus competitors or you versus whatever their objection is. If your audience doesn't know how to work with you or why they should do it now, they'll hesitate. And hesitation is what kills conversions. Now, we've done a couple of audits. I want you to look at your specifically promotional posts right now. Are they clear? Are they engaging? Are they interesting to read? And is it making it easy for people to say yes? Do you have a clear call to action of, if you say, for example, book with us now, how do they book with you? What do they do? Where do they go? Do they DM you? Do they go to the website? Is there an inquiry form somewhere? Should they drop a code word and then you have a chatbot automation set up that automatically sends them things or completes an intake form? Like, tell them what to do specifically so they don't have to guess. Now, not every offer follows the same timeline. So if you have a low ticket item, like $27 template, for example, or a high ticket service like $5K a month done for you package, these require different nurture approaches. So here's what that looks like. A low ticket offer is usually quick sales, they're impulse buys. Your funnel can move fast. They might not even need a funnel. They might purchase right at the awareness. They might buy with just seeing that one post or just one email. Focus on the pain points and the instant solutions these templates are going to provide. So, this will save you 10 hours a week, for example. High ticket offers require relationship-based and trust building, especially if you're providing a service. Your funnel is going to need more nurturing. They might need multiple touch points, social, email, phone calls, things like that. Focus on value, proof, and personalization. So we want case studies. We want to have personalized DM conversations with them. We want to have email sequences that speak to them specifically. The key is to match your content strategy to your offer's buying cycle. If you're selling something high ticket, you can't just post and expect people to convert immediately. It's going to take time. Most of our clients do have high ticket offers, and we start seeing interest, awareness, consideration happening by about month 3, and conversions are starting to happen about month 6. So it does depend again on what your offer is and what your typical buyer journey is, buyer timeline is, but the higher priced items typically take a bit longer for momentum to start going. Now, if you're having problems with your promotional posts, I want you to answer these questions. Did you actually tell people what to do next instead of just book a call? Did you tell them how to book a call with you? Did you tell them to go to the link in the bio? Did you tell them to DM you? Did you tell them to call this number or website or text? Or did you give them the actual next steps? And number 2, did you address any objections? So if they're saying stuff like, I'm not sure this is right for me, did you build trust before asking for the sale? Did you have testimonials and case studies and, common questions? Figure out what's missing in this piece, and that should be your next content priority. So let's recap real quick. A content funnel turns visibility into conversions. You need all 4 stages: visibility, engagement, objection handling, and conversion. Different offers require different nurture timelines. Don't expect a $5,000 client to buy from a single post. This wraps up the Buyer Journey series. If this series helped you, let me know. I would love to hear about it, hear what your experience has been, what changes you're going to make to your content funnel. That's a wrap. If you loved this episode, leave a review wherever you're listening. It helps more social media managers find the show, and every month I'm gifting one reviewer a free class, template, or bundle. Screenshot your review, post it to your Instagram stories, and tag me at Sugar Punch Marketing for a chance to win. Need more support? Come hang out in the free SMM lounge, grab my best freebies, or check out my masterclasses and templates. It's all linked in the show notes. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time.